Hey, everybody. Good to see you guys. Listen, have y'all seen the video of the parent that got upset because her child did not get an award at the ceremony? Okay. I'm going to let y'all see it and we're going to talk about it. Welcome to the channel, everybody. I am Mrs. J, and today we are starting a new series called Teaching Tips by Mrs. J. So, some of you don't know that I am a certified teacher. I've been teaching for over 20 years. I just recently had to retire due to a diagnosis. However, baby, it's still there. I still got it. So I love all things education. I love working with students and parents and families. So when I saw this video tonight or earlier today, baby, it struck a chord. So I'm going to share the video and then we're going to talk about it, and I'm going to tell you how my thoughts, and we can just have a discussion. So y'all bear with me. I'm trying this out. So let's pray that it works. Okay. So let me see. I'm going to try to share my screen. The video was on Facebook, and that's where I'm going to have to share it from. So hopefully you'll be able to hear it. All right. I'm going to turn my volume up loud. I think I'm trying to turn it up. I'm going to turn my volume up. All right. And we're going to hit play.
Boys and girls. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for what we're seeing right now. But Mom, I'll talk to you. I'll talk to you. Mama. We can look at it in a minute. Okay? Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize. Boys and girls.
Okay, hold up, y'all. All right. So we're going to listen to it again. But from the gist of it, I heard her say the report card says otherwise. I heard her screaming and shouting. I heard the administrator or whoever in charge trying to keep her calm. She told her child, let go, let's go. And she said some choice words, some cuss words, and she walked on out the door. So let's listen to it one more time, and I'm going to give you my thoughts on it from my experience from being a teacher for over 20 years. So let's listen to this one more time. Okay, let's see. Am I still sharing?
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for what we're seeing right now. But Mom, I'll talk to you. Mama. We can look at it in a minute. Okay? Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize. Boys and girls. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for what we're seeing right now.
Okay. All right, let me see if I can pull myself back up. Okay. Oh, that was a whole lot. First of all, people, there's a time and place for everything. Now, I understand why this mom was so upset. I get it. Nobody wants their child to be mistreated or be denied an opportunity or have something that they deserve being taken away from them. So from what I could hear of the video, because she kept saying the report card says differently, it seems like to me there was, maybe they overlooked, they left this child out, they didn't have a certificate in a stat, and the child really did earn the accolades. This didn't seem like to me that she was asking for like a participation type award for everyone. It seemed to me that she was upset because her child had earned that certificate or whatever the award was, and it wasn't given to them. Okay, now, when I was a teacher, whenever we had award ceremonies like that, as the classroom teacher, I had to make sure that when the office staff sent me the certificate names, I had to double, triple check to make sure. Okay. And then they would make the certificates, send them back to me, and I had to sign each certificate and make sure that every child that was supposed to get us an award got the award. So that's when I taught elementary school. When I worked with a college program at a high school, we would have a big awards ceremony. Okay, I had to make my own certificates, sign everything, and then present them at the awards ceremony. Okay, so a lot could have happened. It Now, I've been at award ceremonies where people have made a mistake, like especially for something like perfect attendance or something like that. And what they would do, someone would walk up to the stage and kind of like have a sidebar conversation, not a big outburst like what we just saw, and I think that maybe that is something that the schools could do, maybe at the end or at some point in the program, just say, hey, if we left out anybody, just come up here and we'll check the records. We're going to have a short intermission. Y'all put on some music, y'all do something and work those things out, because you can make a mistake. You absolutely can make a mistake. Now, I know at one particular school that I worked at, now this happened before I arrived. So listen, people, y'all got to be real careful with people that you work with, because sometimes your coworkers can do some dirty, no good things. Okay. So there was a situation where they had an awards program. Like I said, this happened before I got there. And there were two people in charge of the awards. So you know how like you will have a meeting with your team, and you know everybody like divvies up the responsibilities. Okay, so it was decided that this one particular person all of the certificates for the program, and the other person had other duties to do. Well, when they came to the program, what the person did, she did certificates only for her students. You understand what I'm saying? And she didn't do the certificates for the other ladies, even though that was agreed upon when they had the meeting. So when they got to the program, she called in her student's name, and the other lady didn't have anything to give her students. Now, see, number one, that would never happen to me, okay? Because let me tell you something. What I would do, if you say you're supposed to be doing the certificates 2 days before that program or the day of, let me wear the certificates. Can I see? And I'm going to be looking through to make sure that my kids' certificates are in the stack. You understand what I'm saying? You cannot like give that much control to people, because then you'll be sitting there looking like Boo Boo the Fool, because they will get you. All right. Now, I think that lady did that out of spite. And all she had to say was, oh, we never discussed that, because, it wasn't in writing. It was just a conversation that they had in the meeting. And of course, those meeting notes, those notes did not get into the minutes of the meeting. The minutes, when you write out all of the notes. So now I've also seen where, like tonight, y'all, I am coming back from an award ceremony tonight as we speak. My daughter had their sports banquet tonight. And the whole day, because I was thinking about doing this video and I was thinking about the video I just showed y'all, I kept praying. I was like, Lord, don't let them cheat my child. Please do not let them cheat my child out of her awards, because I know that she was really, really good and she deserved awards tonight for her sports banquet. But now, of course, I wasn't going to go out to the school and act like this young lady did. And I understand that she was angry, but I don't agree with how she handled the situation. I think that she should have just went up to the side, before they dismissed everybody, and just said, she could have talked to the child's teacher. She could have talked to a secretary. She could have went and stood by the stage and say, excuse me, I think y'all left my child off the list. And they would have handled it right there. They probably would not have been able to make a certificate for him right there on the spot, but at least they would have at least been able to call his name and let him come up on that stage so that everybody could see him, okay? Because basically that's what she wanted anyway. She wanted her child to be recognized, and rightfully so, if her child earned those accolades. But I have had situations in which my child was denied accolades and denied opportunities in like sports. What did we do? Like we just last year when it happened, we were just like, okay, we was like, well, maybe they just gave it to the eighth graders. Maybe that's just how they do it. I'm not really sure. I don't really understand, but no big deal. I was like, well, you got your little medal for participating in. That's good. Work harder next year. This year, baby, my baby killed it. Okay. She came out tonight. She got MVP for basketball, which she should have gotten because even her coach came to us tonight at the table and said, you were like my number one point guard. We could depend on you the whole time. They were like, you carried our team. And she got MVP. Track. She got MVP. Now I was kind of in and out with the track because I never knew like what her numbers were, but knowing her coach, they probably went based on the numbers and attitude and all that stuff. So tonight my baby came home with MVP for basketball and MVP for track. Okay. Like last year she tried out for soccer at her school. She did not make the team. Now, I did not contact the coach about her not making the team, although I questioned why my child didn't make the team because she is really good in soccer as well. But I think it was another issue from what I've heard through the grapevine that the coach didn't like some of the people in my daughter's friend group. And so she put her in that same category of being like a troublemaker and getting in trouble and stuff like that. And she didn't want that on the team. That didn't have anything to do with my daughter's skill level and things like that. And she wasn't that type of person. It's just that, she was friends with someone who got in trouble. Even the young lady, mom had told me, she was like, well, I don't think it's fair that your daughter was punished because of the things that my daughter has done. But anyway, we just let it ride, and she didn't make the soccer team, but she went out for track and she did good in track. She ran the anchor leg for the 100. Was it the 100? I know definitely the 200. Every race that she runs in, she's always the anchor. And the anchor is typically the fastest runner. So last year she didn't get any awards, even though she was the anchor runner. But this year they gave her MVP. But as it relates to soccer, so there have been times where my daughter does play for a soccer team, a traveling soccer team. And there's been times where she's been the only one on her team that scores a goal, whatever, they'll win the game. And then this particular coach would give the MVP award to another person that didn't even do anything. And, but we did not go back and forth with the man. There was a couple of other teams that were kind of like recruiting my daughter. My daughter is young. She's only in middle school. But, traveling sports is very popular. So she just recently tried out for another traveling soccer team, even though she didn't make the school soccer team, which I didn't care. But she just got recruited for them, and she went to their tryouts last week and she made first team. So I know that she's very talented. So next year, hopefully she'll have the opportunity to play for the high school. But, if I feel like something isn't right, I'm not that parent that's going to be out there in the coach's face and all that kind of stuff. What I do is I tell my daughter that she go out there and she be so good that it would have to be discriminatory for them not to award her. Like she just have to just put the data on the board so that they cannot deny her. But back to this video with this little boy, I think that what happened was they neglected to look over those awards. And it's so many. I mean, because it's just a lot of awards. You got honor roll, you got best in math, best in reading, most improved in this and that. Brought up your grades, students that brought up 3 or more grades. It is a lot, and that's why you need to check and double check, and don't wait till the last minute to get those certificates. So somebody dropped the ball, but a message to that mom, I mean, it's done now. I understand her pain. I would have been upset too, but I think that her child could have gotten rewarded had she just gone to the side. She could have just went to the side of the stage. She could have got the attention of the teacher or one of the other staff members that was close to the stage, and just say, hey, my child, his report card said such and such. Can you please check it? Because I don't want him to not get an award that I feel that he deserved. Now, the other thing that I have seen my kids' school used to do, or my children's school used to do, if your child was not getting an award, their award ceremony was invitation only. It was by invitation only. So you didn't have to worry about going out there and your child not getting anything because you didn't get no invite. And I think that that's why schools put those kinds of things in place, because you have those parents that want to come out there and feel like, well, everybody did something. Everybody should get an award for something. Well, yeah, they should get an award for something. But tonight is not the night we are awarding for just doing something. Tonight we are awarding because, you made A's and B's or whatever the case may be. And I understand that because I've been that parent whose child did not get an award, even though I'm a teacher. You know what I'm saying? I understand having a child who may have some learning challenges and things like that. Yes, they work hard, but they didn't make the honor roll. And that's okay. That just means we got some more work to do. So I'm not under the pretense of everybody needs to get an award. I don't agree with that. But and like I said, I've been there when my child didn't get an award. And I just told her, okay, well, if you want an award, what you got to do. And then she worked harder the next time so she could get an award. So, again, like I said, it's a right and a wrong way to handle things. What y'all think? What do you think about how this parent handled this? What would you have done? I am curious to know. So, yeah, so I am going to end the video here. I will be bringing more content like this because I want to talk about it, okay? I've been a teacher for over 20 years, and I'm not going to let my circumstances take that away from me, okay? So those of you that have been following me for any amount of time, you know my story. You know I am a cancer conqueror. And so this is a battle that I am winning every day, and I'm not going to let my diagnosis take my love for teaching away. Now, with that being said, if you would like to have a conversation, like I said, I've been teaching for over 20 years. My area of expertise is in elementary education. So that's like, I typically like to work with like second grade on up. I don't With high school kids, I can talk about college choices and things like that, but my area of expertise and where I have my degrees are in elementary education. So that's like second grade to about sixth grade. But if you have a child that you want to challenge, or maybe they just need some extra help and you want someone to talk to, I can give you some tips, I can give you some information, I can give you some resources, or who knows, maybe it will be a good fit, and maybe we could work together to help your child get to where they need to be. So if you would like to have that conversation, just send me an email. I will put my email in the description box below, and you can send me an email. Now, the thing about it is, if you send me an email, please leave a comment in the comment box and say, hey, Miss J, I sent you an email, because I'm not going to check that email if that's not an email I typically check. So I'm telling you, if you send me an email, leave a comment on YouTube, and then I'll know to check it. And then we can get together and have the conversation, because like I said, I love teaching. I love helping people. and I was a really good teacher. I got results. And so if you need help with your child, just let me know and let's just have a conversation and let's see what we can come up with. All right. I'll see you at the next video. Bye.